Battle Royale is coming to Call of Duty, just like we've seen in PUBG and Fortnite, and this is super exciting. A lot of the community has been wanting this. However, there's a little bit of a catch. As of today, this new Battle Royale game mode is only available for the Chinese Call of Duty market. Let's get into it. So on the screen now, what you're watching is Call of Duty Online's new Battle Royale game mode. It's called Survival Game. It's extremely limited access at the moment with only 3,000 players able to play this game mode. They're in a testing phase still and they're only letting a small amount of players in. In mid-December, they're gonna open it up again, and at that point, a lot more people are gonna be able to start playing. There's a ton of Chinese players right now that are waiting to play this game. They wanna get onto it so badly, and it makes sense because right now, there's a crazy amount of hype about PUBG in China. PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's the most popular battle royale game. To give you some context of how huge this type of game is, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in a year did 12.5 million units in sales. PUBG, in 8 months of early access, it's done 20 million units of sales. It also just reached an all-time high of peak concurrent players today at 2.9 million peak concurrent players. So that's 2.9 million players playing all at the same time today. That's how quickly the battle royale genre is blowing up, and that's why it makes a lot of sense for Call of Duty to be getting into it. So let's talk a little bit more about this battle royale game mode in Call of Duty Online. So first of all, what is with all the hype around this battle royale game mode? Why is it blowing up all of a sudden? If you're watching this video and you've never played a battle royale game yourself, you probably don't see the point, because I mean, looking at this gameplay, the graphics are nothing impressive. Keep in mind it's a closed beta, so the graphics are due to improve in time once it comes out as a full release. But I mean, this particular gameplay, yeah, there's nothing crazy about the graphics, but what makes Battle Royale amazing is how exciting it is to actually play. So you can't quite get the same experience just from watching it if you've never played it before, but once you play a Battle Royale game like PUBG or Fortnite, you'll understand. It's incredibly addictive and probably the most direct form of chasing the dragon ever created in a video game. So when you're watching this gameplay, you really can't judge a book by its cover. Battle Royale is really something that you have to play to understand the hype. And I have been playing a little bit of PUBG. I really think PUBG is a cool game. I'll show you a little clip of my most recent chicken dinner. For those of you uninitiated, chicken dinner just means a first place finish. It's what you're always going for when you play one of these games. While you're watching this, do yourself a favor and just imagine this being in one of our regular Call of Duty games, like Call of Duty World War II, a World War II setting, World War II guns, or maybe in Black Ops 4 if that's the game that we're getting next year, or who knows, maybe Modern Warfare 4. Anyways, imagine it being in one of our regular Call of Duty games, not just in the exclusive Chinese version. Basically what's happening here, just to explain the scenario of this clip, is I just killed the second to last guy. A match of PUBG starts with 100 players on the map, and now there's just me and one other guy alive. So this blue barrier gets smaller and smaller throughout the match until the play area is so small that there's just two left alive and they're kind of hunting each other down. That's what's happening right now, is I'm just looking for the last guy alive. The play area has gotten really, really small, and trust me, it feels kind of intense when you're playing this. That's why this game is blowing up, and so is Fortnite. So this would be, I think, just absolutely amazing in a regular Call of Duty game like Call of Duty World War II. We already have seen it now in Call of Duty Online. The Chinese players playing it are super hyped. And you know what? Call of Duty World War II is the first time we've seen 48 player lobbies in the headquarters. We're able to have 48 players in the headquarters now. And this Battle Royale type of game mode really does thrive when you're able to play with a lot of players. That's why in PUBG they start with 100, because it just makes it that much more fun. And I think if we already have 48 players in the headquarters in Call of Duty World War II, I don't think it'd be too much of a stretch for them to do 48 player Battle Royale in Call of Duty World War II as a new game mode. Just imagine if they released that as an update. You might think that sounds completely crazy and that they would never do that, but just consider for a moment that people have already glitched the headquarters to allow combat. The glitch is impossible to replicate perfectly every time, but basically what's happening right now in Call of Duty World War II is if you back out of a hardcore team deathmatch and then go to the firing range in the headquarters, sometimes it allows you to kill everybody else in the headquarters. You can just go around shooting people. There's a kill feed there, and there's actually combat allowed through this glitch. So what's very interesting about this is it shows that it's actually possible to have a 48 player lobby with combat. 48 players with combat, exactly what we would need to have Battle Royale in Call of Duty World War II. Also, check this out. And this is going to be a little bit of a conspiracy theory here, but check it out. When you load into the headquarters and you turn to the left here, what is this the entrance to? I don't think we know, do we? I mean, maybe I just haven't been paying attention to what's supposed to be here or what's coming to the game, but I mean, does this seem to anybody else like it could be an entrance to a Battle Royale mode if they were going to add something like that to the game? Because again, they have the capability to do it. We've seen 48 player multiplayer in the headquarters and the ability to shoot each other through a glitch that came out. If you don't believe me about the glitch that allows for combat in the headquarters, just search it up on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find a video and you'll see it's a 48 player headquarters lobby and it allows for combat. There's a kill feed there and everything, and it treats it like it's a multiplayer map. Now, I don't know anything about game development or programming or any of that kind of stuff, but it does seem a little bit weird to me that there's the ability to have combat in the 48 player lobby when we've never had 48 player lobbies before in Call of Duty. And then meanwhile, Raven Software under Tencent and Activision is working on a Battle Royale mode for Call of Duty Online over in China. And again, there's a mysterious gate that nobody knows what it does in the headquarters. So it all just seems a little bit too convenient for me. And also, like, if you just look at it logically, does it really make sense for Call of Duty not to get into the whole Battle Royale thing? Because I gave you guys the numbers earlier. Battle Royale is absolutely disrupting the shooter genre in video games. It's absolutely massive, and it's just happened overnight. When you look at it that way, I feel like it would almost be difficult to argue against that Call of Duty is going to be getting Battle Royale, because it just makes so much sense. And is Activision going to turn down this huge opportunity of bringing Battle Royale to Call of Duty in the North American market and the European market when there's so much potential there? It's becoming such a huge thing in the shooter genre, and it seems like Call of Duty World War II has the capabilities to do it. And I think it's also kind of suspicious that if you look at the feedback from the community on Call of Duty World War II, a lot of people have been concerned that, you know, there's certain things with the game that feel a little bit unfinished or unpolished. There's definitely been some bugs and glitches and stuff with Call of Duty World War II, probably a little bit more so than usual. And a lot of the community is upset about the lack of maps in Call of Duty World War II. There's 9 core multiplayer maps and then another 3 for the war game mode. I don't think it's too bad. I actually think they did a good job with the maps. I think they did a pretty good job with the game overall. Yes, it has its flaws, but there's also some pretty fair criticism about the game. What if they have a Battle Royale mode up their sleeves that they just haven't been talking about and they're just waiting to drop it on us? PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, is coming to consoles in mid-December, and Fortnite is already on consoles. I bet that Activision is itching to get a competitor out there into the market so that they're not losing ground to these 2 new games that have seemingly popped up out of nowhere and absolutely started dominating the shooter genre. They're not showing any signs of stopping either. Like I said, PUBG just reached its highest peak concurrent ever in its 8 months of release, and their peak concurrent is absolutely crazy. Fortnite is doing extremely well as well, and it just makes so much sense. You can probably tell that I'm super hyped about this game mode. I really do hope that it comes to our regular Call of Duty games that we have in North America and in Europe, the Call of Duty World War II, the Black Ops 4, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, if that ends up being a thing. I think it would be absolutely amazing. I want to get my hands on this game. I actually haven't played it myself yet. I've played a lot of Call of Duty Online, but I haven't been able to play this Battle Royale survival game yet. If any of you guys watching this have one of the 3,000 accounts that is allowed to play this game mode right now in its testing phase, please send me a tweet on Twitter or send me an email. Let me know if you can hook me up with an account that has access to this game, because I would love to make some more videos on this game mode where I'm doing live commentary while I'm playing, and I could even maybe live stream some of this stuff. I think it would make for really good content. I'm a big fan of PUBG, and I would love to play this on Call of Duty. If I'm not able to get access to one of those 3,000 accounts, I will be playing this in December when it comes out as a wider release. As for if this will be releasing for Call of Duty World War II, of course, that's all up in the air right now, but I would love your guys' feedback. If you would like to see this in Call of Duty World War II, please take 2 seconds to leave a like on the video, and we can kind of use that as a gauge for how many people are interested in this game mode coming to Call of Duty for all of us to play. And of course, when you like the video, it also does help this video get shared around a little bit more, so we'll get more people seeing this video, which helps my channel grow, helps the video grow, and we'll get feedback from more of the community to see what they think about this game mode. By the way, this is a chicken dinner gameplay. That's right, a first place finish. finish. If you want to see some more of my Call of Duty online gameplay, I did make a video a while back where I'm using the bow and arrow and sniping in free-for-all. I'm using the Cherry Tac sniper rifle, which is basically like the intervention from Modern Warfare 2 on the map Hard Hat, which is a Modern Warfare 3 map, and I use a bow and arrow. So it's a pretty crazy gameplay, and I think you guys would like it. I have the link on the screen now if you want to check out more Call of Duty Online stuff. Call of Duty Online is the Chinese version of Call of Duty. So if you want to learn more about this game, click that thumbnail on the screen now that says bow and arrow. That's the next Call of Duty Online video that I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace.